All right, folks, Samori Benjamin here in the National League All-Star Clubhouse here with first-time All-Star Hunter Greene,
Yes,
the #2 overall pick in 2017 baseball draft. And Hunter, man, I've been a big fan of your game since I found out about you, and I got the chance to interview you 2 years ago in New York, where I'm from. Great to see you again, and congrats on being an All-Star, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Definitely, man. You know what? One beautiful thing is when I first started covering baseball in 2007, that was the 60th anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier, and there was a lot made about how only 8% of the ball players were Afro American, and that was when MLB was just starting their baseball academy in Compton, California. I remember doing stories on that, and you are part of now of that academy, and it's a beautiful thing. I remember when it hadn't even opened yet. So, just what did that baseball academy being a part of it do for you?
Yeah, I did a whole lot. I mean, the youth academy in Compton was the first youth academy established at the time, and now there's multiple throughout the country and even overseas. So it's exciting to see the growth of the academies and the impact that they've had on players, obviously including myself and J.P. Crawford and Anthony Gose, Aaron Hicks, Dominic Smith. There's a bunch of guys that have come through there, and a lot more since then, you know, so. But man, great people, a great family. It feels like a family even when I go back now. It's just a great group of people and helped me develop as a young player and as a young man as well.
Yeah, growing up in LA, who were some of your baseball inspirations?
Ooh, I mean, growing up I was a Dodger fan at the time. When I was going to games, Rafael Furcal was a shortstop, so watching him make some really cool plays in that 5-6 hole, coming up throwing guys out was awesome. But I'd go him. I loved watching Eric Gagne. Who else? There's some other guys that I can't really think of, but
yeah. Now, there's not a lot of Afro-American pitchers, and you are one, so I know you played shortstop too, but how did you start pitching?
So I was originally a shortstop, started as a shortstop. Then I got into pitching. I don't even know. That's a great question for my pops. I'm sure it's because I threw hard and or maybe had a good arm or something at the time, and I transitioned and I continued to build a love for that position.
Yeah, you definitely have caught eyes from your high school days with your arm and how hard you've thrown. At what point did you realize that you threw harder than most kids?
I think it was really like my freshman year, because I was throwing 88, 90 as a freshman, and a lot of the other freshmen weren't even obviously on the varsity team, but guys were throwing, 75, maybe 77, 80, 82. So to be another 6 to 10 miles an hour ahead of those guys and throwing just as hard as some of the guys on varsity, it allowed me to kind of have that perspective of knowing that I was in a good position with velocity. So,
I heard you talking a minute ago about your experience when you were in high school playing for the under-18 baseball team, where you all played in that World Cup in Tokyo, and one of your current teammates, Will Benson, was on that team. What did that experience do for you all going there and winning gold?
Oh, it was fantastic, man. We were playing in Osaka. I played at it wasn't a dome there, but I think it's the Koshien Stadium, I believe. I was talking to Shota about it earlier, and he actually remembered some of the players that were on the Japanese team that we played in the final. So that was pretty cool to kind of reminisce about that. But super special, time out there. Big culture shock at the time going, at that young of an age going out to Japan. But it was beautiful. I love the Japanese culture. I'm extremely respectful and very disciplined and very passionate about their representation as well. So it was awesome.
In 2017, you were the first baseball high school player to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated since Bryce Harper in 2009. So what do you remember about that?
Ooh, it was a whirlwind. I was still in high school, and I believe I was a junior or senior coming out of high school, and I think I was definitely the first black high school baseball player on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Wow.
Which was dope. And I was the first or second in Southern California for baseball or something like that. I think I was the first. So really cool history pieces and moments, but it was a lot, man. Being on campus in high school and being on the cover of Sports Illustrated came with some extra perks.
Yes, okay, 3 more for you real quick. All right, you were, 2017, I mentioned you were picked #2 overall in the baseball draft, so what do you remember about that moment and how special it was for you and your family?
Extremely special. We took it all in. It was in New York at the draft, man, so that was special to be there and be with Bubba Thompson, who was one of my teammates earlier this year. Trevor Rogers with Miami. Joe Adele was there, and it was just me. Yeah, so really, really cool moments, and enjoyed it a lot.
Okay, now I know you missed about 2 years or so. You had to have Tommy John surgery, right, in the minor league. So, and you still managed to make it here. Had to overcome and all that. So, just how difficult was it for you to have your minor league career and just your momentum and growth stunted for about 2 years?
Yeah, no, it was tough. You know, it's obviously a humbling process, and having to kind of go back to the drawing board and get stronger and figure things out. But it made me better, not just as a player, but as a man, and I was able to grow a lot, you know, on the field and off the field from that process.
Now, your major league debut was against Atlanta.
Atlanta.
And you won that game. They
Yes.
were the reigning world champions at
Yep.
that time. So, what do you remember about that debut and winning?
Yeah, no, it was super special, and like you said, they were the reigning champions. So coming in for my debut, you know, it was crazy. You know, seeing that lineup and trying to get ready for the game, but being able to come out on top and have the team get the win for me was awesome.
The last one for you. So you're here, your first All-Star game. So, what are you looking forward to going out here and being a part of all of this?
Man, I'm just gonna smell the roses and enjoy myself. Go out there and compete and have fun.
Okay, before I let you go, I just want to tell you, your coach Terry Bradshaw, he went to my alma mater, Norfolk State. He was our first ball player, HBCU, our first ball player to make it to the major leagues.
Oh, that's dope.
He debuted in '95, and I met him when you all came to Yankee Stadium about 10 days ago or whatever. So shout out to him. Also,
Yeah, shout out Terry.
I met Ken Collier, your prospect who
Sure.
won Futures Game MVP 2 days ago.
Sure,
So
sure.
shout out to both of them
Yes.
and you. First time
Yeah,
All-Star, my
appreciate you,
man.
brother. Thank you, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're back.